Welcome to our channel. It's so good to have you back. If this is your first time, I am Leggy.
And I am Leica.
And we are just here to say thank you for stopping by. If you like this video, please click thumbs up. It will really help us. And also, if you really love us, as we hope you do, subscribe to our channel. You will stay tuned with all of our videos upcoming, and we will love to have you as part of our community. Moving on to our video today.
Yes.
What is it about, Leica?
How does it look like traveling during these times that we're having during the pandemic? So we put our experiences together. Since I recently traveled twice in the last month and a half by air specifically, and we come up with some questions and answers that might be probably important to share in case you are contemplating that you are going somewhere or you have to go somewhere for a specific reason, not necessarily have to be vacation. And what are some of the tips that you should have in mind at the time of planning your next trip?
Like, I had the opportunity to not just move here from another state, but also she had to travel back to New York, and I wanted to know what that was like. So I had to ask her a few questions. And the first thing that I wanted to know, and this will be great tips Leica is going to give us actually, is what should we expect at the airport?
So airports have been changing, especially in big cities like New York City, for example, and international airports, because international airports are always packed with so many destinations in the world. So as soon as you arrive and you get off the car, you immediately have to put a mask on. So there's signs everywhere about that, and nobody's allowed in the airport as soon as you pass the door without a mask. Plenty of hand sanitizer stations for you to keep yourself as clean as possible if you cannot make it to the bathroom within the time that you're checking in. The airport terminal, pretty light, extremely light. I never seen it this light in my life, but we all know it's for a good reason. This pandemic has affected in a big way to everyone. So pretty light terminals. A lot of the check-in counters closed down or shut down, so very minimal personnel on the airlines. At JFK, I have every single kiosk in the terminal open and available for me. That was how light that feeling. Was. It was an amazing feeling.
That's a good feeling.
So I did my check-in there, put my boarding pass, and I went to security. So in that area, pretty safe, pretty light in terms of crowds or people, and very low also employees or staff of the airline.
Good.
So
you checked in and you did all of that, and then did you check in any bags?
I did not check in the bags on this recent trip. On the previous one I did.
Okay.
And I had to go to the counter, and very easy, still was like no line, and then they just took my bag and did my boarding pass.
Okay. And then what happens now? You check in and you're ready to go into your gate. Tell us a little bit about the TSA experience.
So TSA, for those of you who has the TSA pre-check like I do, we have that VIP. We have that special line where you can avoid long lines and crowds. Pretty much that's what it is. So that's called pre-check because there has been an investigation done on you previously. This line is shut down, it's closed. And of course, because the regular line, it's completely empty. So there's no reason, I guess, for them to have an extra person on the line that is not going to be really, beneficial to anyone in a specific. So you go through the regular line, and then even though you are pre-checked, because usually the pre-checked passengers don't have to take your jackets or your shoes off, you have to do it because you're not on the pre-check line. So that's that. But anyway, it's a process that goes pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and pretty fast because there's not a lot of traffic. So once you are there in front of the TSA personnel or security, it's as normal as always. So you put your check, you check your bags, personal item, and everything through the X-ray, and you have to pass through the metal detector. So pretty
good.
simple and fast and easy.
Good. Now, once you checked and everything, you know how before we all like to go to either like get a coffee or get a drink, or get something to eat, anything open. Because, by the way, and I'm sorry, she traveled, when she just traveled from Phoenix to New York and back. So, two airports that are busy. New York is one of the busiest airports, I'm sure, in the country. So that's why I'm asking her. I know kind of, I get a feeling Arizona because we're smaller, but New York, anything open?
On the terminal that I travel through, and pretty much all of the terminals are like that because I have asked two other friends who have been traveling through different terminals, everything is shut down. So there's no restaurants available, there's no food, there's no coffee shops, and there's no stores or any other kind of shops available. They're like all with the gates down. It's kind of like a pretty sweet and sour, I want to say, feeling because you have all this big terminal for you without bumping into anyone and without doing anything. But it's also sad because everything is very, I don't know, it's just a feeling that you never thought that you're gonna experience, or a situation that you thought that you never like lived. So very quiet, everything's shut down, nothing. The only thing available for you is the restroom. Other than that, you just walk to your gate with no, you know, any distractions of to go anywhere or do anything else, but just to wait to board the plane.
And then, so you recommend people bring their snacks or their own sandwiches or whatever. I don't know how long your trip might be or not, but you recommend people do that?
Absolutely, for them specifically for that reason. I mean, I always used to bring my snacks because just I like to eat what I like to eat. But in these times, if you do have to fly or travel, I 100% recommend to bring food, a sandwich, snacks, granola bars, whatever it is that you eat. TSA does not take it away from you, so you can pass food through the X-ray, solids. The liquids, you know what is the rule, that hasn't changed regarding the pandemic. It's 3 ounces or less. But you do have the opportunity to fill up your bottles. If you have empty bottles or you just empty a bottle, you can pass that through TSA and then just fill it up at the water fountain. Once
that's
you pass.
good. Are there water fountains in Phoenix?
Yes.
I haven't paid
Yes.
attention to that
Yes.
because I
They
never
have them
we never
here
worry
too.
about that. So
Yes. Yes, it's funny how you don't think about the things when
Okay,
everything
good.
is available and there for you, and then
Yes.
when you actually need it is when you start looking for these resources. So it is available.
What we're gonna do next, you guys are gonna see a few pictures like I was able to snap of JFK. JFK, right? You
Yes,
flew to
JFK.
And then I think she had like a few seconds video just to show you quick. And then so we'll put that, you'll see that right now.
Look, this is the terminal. There's only like 3 cars there dropping, 4 with us. See? Nobody's here. And this is American, one of the most busiest terminals. Because they have like 20 million gates to everywhere in the world. Look at these guys. This is the terminal. Mira, nadie. Tengo todos los kioscos disponibles para mí. All of them. Hay una sola familia ahí. 2 families. That's it. Nadie, mira, nadie.
Tell us your experience or what should we expect when we are ready to board the plane?
Okay, so after you are at your gate waiting, this total social distancing implemented there. There even set up stickers on between each seats.
Oh,
So
good.
you are not, you know, on the seats that you are not supposed to sit, and the social distancing rule gets, you know, applied. So they start boarding the plane at the time of boarding, and they do it as usual.
So
Nothing
they
has changed
call you
after
by
that.
group.
They call you by group. The groups are also smaller. They have a way to know how many people are in each group because of the seating assignment. And they also leave, every time they call a group in, they wait maybe 5 or 6 minutes to allow the group that just went in to settle in the plane and
That's
find their
nice.
seats.
Finally.
So that's good. You don't have to wait at the ramp anymore. Don't wait anybody there.
Good.
Which I always could say, why are they calling you everybody in when everybody's going to line up at the ramp? So that's also being implemented. That's different. To keep the social distancing. And once you come in on the plane, one of the flight attendants welcomes you as always and hands out a little shopping bag or a little bag with a small water, hand sanitizer, wipes or towels, and a little snack that can be a cookie or peanuts or something like that.
Okay.
So you go on and find your seat.
Do you
sit
have a
down.
selection on which bag, or it's
You
just like
don't.
it's one snack for everyone?
one-
That's what you get.
Yes, it's one snack for
I didn't know.
everyone.
Had to ask.
And
Some people
this
could
has
be peanut
also, that's true. And that has been, you know, and the new rule for the Airline Federation, so everyone keeps the distance and there's no more serving food or any drinks during the flight to avoid, again, social distancing on the hallways and passing things that everybody's touching. So that's, you know, for the safety and I'm
Good.
sure CDC guidelines as well.
Now, I want to know, you probably want to know this too. Tell us about the in-flight bathroom experience and what should people expect. I am just curious about that because people are always getting up to go to the bathroom.
So,
Not that they shouldn't, by the way. Not
Not
you
that
shouldn't,
they
'cause I've
should.
gotten up
Yes,
too. But you know,
yes.
sometimes people are waiting. I'm asking because sometimes people are waiting for the bathroom, and next thing you know, it's like 6 people waiting for the bathroom. And you're like, really? Do we all think alike?
Yes. So I think, like everything in life, everything sometimes, even the worst things, brings something good, but you don't see it until the end. So for the bathroom protocol, and this day even announcement before taking off when the plane is on the runway, giving directions and everything about, you know, keeping your mask on during the flight and the use of the bathroom. So they encourage a lot of people to not hang out or crowd the bathrooms around the galley, which is how they call it, where the at the end of the airplane or in the front of the airplane, where the bathrooms are. So you're not allowed to hang out waiting for the bathroom to be unoccupied so you can use it. So you have to kind of keep your eye when the bathroom is available
Got
and then
it.
make your way there.
Good.
But you know, the crowd gathering in the back, hanging out, it's not allowed. I mean, not even for the flight attendants. They're not even hanging out in the back. So leading by example, of course, passengers are not allowed to do that either.
That's good. Good to know. So you're implying that everything else is pretty normal. That the flight attendants, they show you the emergency exits and the displays and
Yes.
everything they have to do
Yes.
per their jobs. But are they passing by in the middle of the flight with service?
No, the only time they pass by is just to pick up garbage. They pass about a couple of times, depends how long your flight is, of course. They'll pass more if your flight is longer. To pick up if you had the snack and you ate what they provided, any bottles, anything that's personal garbage that you want to get rid of.
Got it.
So they pass in the middle of the flight, and of course before we land, like any other usual flight before pandemic, that was a normal.
You do your normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
run around on the flight, but nothing like in the middle of the flight. They don't sell any products, they don't sell pillows, they don't sell anything, and they don't pass any food.
I want to know, were there any temperature checks at any point, whether when you got out of the car here in the Phoenix airport to go to New York, in the middle of the travel, before you got in the plane, anyone ever at any point checked your temperature?
No temperature checks.
Okay. Did you see any health official or anyone official related, like checking at people? I don't know if checking at people, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're checking at people for symptoms, or I don't know, just kind of observing people. Like I don't know if somebody's like watching you, you know, like
No.
I don't know.
No, at these 2 specific airports that I went through by. I cannot speak for the whole country, but the 2 specific, Phoenix or JFK, there was no one specifically trying to check your temperature or trying to see if you presented any symptoms and pulled you over. So
Got it. Well, that's good to know.
It
I
is
wouldn't
good.
feel checked. I'm asking all these questions also because I'm going to do international travel in about a week. And we are going to do another video on that just to give you my experience on international travel and how that's going to go. And in that video, I'll tell you where we're going. It's not going to be far from home, but it will be out of the country. And it's going to be a short trip, but I'm curious to know all this stuff. We are going to another country, so I wonder how that's going to go for us.
Of course.
And we'll make a video on that, so we'll definitely keep you guys posted. Any highlights, anything, any other tips you want to let everyone know?
I just recommend everyone to have extra hand sanitizer with them, because
You can
that's
bring
the
that
only one.
through
You can bring
TSA?
that. Yeah, you can bring the small little bottles to
Okay, under
3
3
ounces.
ounces.
And I think actually they, for that specific product, of course, now that you can drink anything, they raised the measurement on that you
Okay.
can bring up to 6.
They want to make sure you're
So you
clean.
can double that and make sure that you don't run out and that you have enough to
Good.
keep yourself and others safe and
Good.
clean. So just have that, your extra hand sanitizer aside from whatever they're gonna provide on the plane.
Good.
And bring your snacks, don't forget, and then just keep your mask on all the time.
Have
Take it off
to.
to eat, put it immediately, and just keep it to yourself. Even if you don't have to go to the bathroom because it's a short flight, and don't expose yourself, you know, and keep the distance,
That's
and
good.
as always, and that's it. And you know, hopefully your flight goes smooth and you get to your final destination or go back home if that's the case in the most safe way possible.
Good. And then just to recap, guys, know that the pilots, the flight attendants, everyone at the airport, they are human beings as well. They have a family they have to go home to as well. Be kind, be gentle. They're doing their jobs. All you have to do is your part. These are unfortunately the requirements to wear your mask. Do wash your hands, notice checking on your hands and germs, but that's most like a conscious thing for you. Providing a service. We know how uncomfortable it is to wear a mask.
Absolutely.
It's not something
Yes,
that you're
it's
like,
not
oh my
fun.
God, it's a new fashion thing. Like, you know, you don't want to wear that, obviously. But do know you have to, it's a new guideline. You have to, you know, travel with a mask. That's what it is if you want to travel in a plane. If not, you can drive all around the country here. Last but not least, thank you again for watching.
Absolutely. We appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, we do.
And we want just to connect with you and bring you like really real life situations, like we said at the beginning of our introduction, our video, that can connect with you, that can help you. And you know what? Just leave your feedback. If you also travel, if you also been in the experience, if you know someone and they have shared with you something that we might have missed, just leave your comments, share it, like it, and just, you know, subscribe to our channel so you can stay tuned to all the different, you know, videos that we're gonna come up with, different topics and life situations that you might identify yourself or somebody that you know.
Awesome. Thank you guys. You have a great one. Bye.
Bye.